We're so lucky to be able to take our narrowboat across the Huddersfield Narrow Canal, as it only reopened in 2001 after being closed for 50 years. During the years it was closed, 2 factory buildings were built over its route in Huddersfield, and so tunnels had to be constructed under the buildings during the restoration. This also meant that Lock 2E and 3E had to be relocated. The canal narrows ahead here, and we're actually entering the original lock chamber of Lock 2, only now you leave the lock chamber at the same level as you entered. I really love how the original lock has been preserved and made into a part of the new navigation. Because we haven't been raised up at the original lock site, a new deep cutting had to be made from there to the new location of Lock 2E. Sheet steel piles have been used to form the sides of the channel, and overhead support struts brace the wall. I found some brilliant pictures from before and during the restoration of this part of the canal on the Pennines Waterway website. This is quite a unique bit of navigation. I haven't seen anything else quite like this on the system. It's a unique solution to a unique problem. As we pass under the Queen Street Bridge, we're approximately 10 feet lower than the original height of the canal, which is why the bridge seems so high now. We then pass into the newly constructed tunnel, which takes the navigation below the buildings of the Bates & Co mill. The floor of the factory actually had to be dug up while this tunnel was being built. Again, these pictures are from the Pennine Waterways website. There's lots more pictures over there if you want to take a look, and there's some others on the Huddersfield Canal Society's website. On the far side of the tunnel is the new lock landing for Lock 2E, and these steep stairs take you up to the lock side. The smooth concrete walls of the lock are the biggest clues that this is a fairly recent build. All of the older locks on this navigation had brick or stone walls. This is an isolated section of the canal, and you can't access it by foot. I mean, I'm sure there's probably access for the CRT, but usually if you don't arrive by boat you can't get to this lock, so you need to make sure that you've got your crew on board. Originally there was a horse tunnel under Chapel Hill Bridge ahead, but it's been blocked up. The bridge leads to the original lock chamber of Lock 3E, which is now being used as the location for the new lock's landing. I drop Michael off and we continue through another tunnel which goes under a road. If I understand correctly, this is where the new line of the canal deviates slightly from the original route. Sellers Lock actually only moved to this location in 2011. When the canal first reopened in 2001, a tunnel was built here that continued for about 400 metres under the Sellers Engineering Complex to the new lock location site. The factory left this area in 2011, and so at that time the lock was moved again. The roof of the tunnel was removed and the canal was raised up, so this kind of Huddersfield waterfront area was created. As we reach the end of the former tunnel, this ladder marks the location of the previous Lock 3E, the one that was built for the canal reopening in 2001 before it got moved back to its current location in 2011. I hope that all made sense.